Hi explorers, welcome back to another video and also welcome back to our channel. I'd really appreciate if you like, comment, share and hit the subscribe button. Hi explorers, today you're in for another treat. We are going to be exploring how you can bake and decorate your own DIY birthday cake. On this channel, we're all about doing DIY projects where you learn to do it yourself when it is necessary, that is. Now, I know some of you might be saying,
Girl, I don't have any time for that. It is easier to just go and buy a birthday cake.
but guess what? I agree that that may be true sometimes. But today, I'm going to be talking about when it is best to try to do it yourself. Now, let's talk about the times when you would want to bake and decorate your own birthday cakes. Now, this cake that I'm gonna decorate is for my daughter. She's a July baby. She just turned 7. So go ahead and leave her a happy birthday in the comment section below. Now, back to why we're doing all of this. Reason number 1. We are both spending quality mother-daughter bonding time together as we both improve our cake baking and decorating skills. Reason number 2. If you are not planning on having a big birthday party and you are not a lover of very sweet cakes, then it makes no sense you buy a big cake and put it in the fridge, have it sitting there, and to know it's going to waste because you're not able to eat it all before it starts drying out or just start tasting awful. So if you're not able to eat it all or give it away to people who will actually eat it, a small cake is ideal and will still help you to achieve the goal of celebrating with a birthday cake. Reason number 3 is the obvious, saving yourself some money. Reason number 4, just that thrill that you get to know that you've accomplished something on your own. However it comes out, it is your masterpiece. Now, let's get down to how you can achieve the look of a beautiful birthday cake just like the ones you order from the bakery. So what I've done here is cut a circle out of a piece of cardboard just a little bit bigger than the size of the cake tin that I used. I did the same for the rectangle tin that you can see there, and then I'm wrapping them with foil paper. I already made the cakes using 2 cake mix, 1 vanilla and 1 chocolate. This part I know you probably already know how to do. All you need to do is follow the instructions on the package. Now these are my daughter's favorite flavors, and so I'm able to combine both. I can tell you she enjoyed the whole process of baking those cakes, from cracking the eggs to whisking them to measuring out water. It was fun. To add to that, just another activity to keep her engaged and away from the TV and the tablet screen. I am going to be using this vanilla frosting along with chocolate, but I only plan on decorating the 6-inch round cake. I will be spreading a small amount of this vanilla frosting onto the foil paper. It will act like the glue to hold the cake steady so that it's not shifting. I used 2 of these 6 inches tin, half with chocolate and half with vanilla, and I did the same thing for the rectangular tins, which are about 9 inches long, half with chocolate, half with vanilla. Since I want to make a 2-layer cake, I'm going to go ahead and cut off the rounder part of the cake at the top to make it more flat. And I'm going to do the same thing to the vanilla cake and then create my 2-layer cake. Something to note, please make sure that your cakes have completely cooled before you try removing them from the tins because they will break. And then I don't want you to be saying,
Girl, I told you that I can't do this stuff. Leave it to the professionals.
so yes, you can do this. It's not as hard as it seems. Just stay tuned throughout the end of this video and you'll see. Now that I have removed the top of both cakes, I'm going to be using some water to just dampen the cake, and this will help the frosting to seep into the cake and to better hold both cakes together. This is the chocolate fudge frosting that I'm going to be putting on the first layer of the cake. Now don't worry about the cake if it was not as level as you wanted it to be after cutting through it, because now you can use the frosting to make it more level. I am putting some in the center. I don't want too much. And then it's easy for me to spread it from the center. As you can see, I'm just using that back and forth motion to get it to spread towards the edges. Now, I know that there are professionals out there watching. So if you have tips and tricks that you feel like sharing to make this even better, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. If you notice, I'm bringing it towards the edge, but I don't want it too close to the edge because I don't want the chocolate frosting to mix too much with the vanilla frosting that I'm going to put around the cake. Now I'm ready to add the second layer of the cake. I already added some water, and if you notice, I'm turning it upside down so that I have the bottom of the cake now being on top. Okay, so now I'm ready to add the vanilla to the top. Gonna do the same thing. Starting on the top, now I have this nice flat part at the top, and I'm gonna do the same technique, spread it and then spread it so that it goes right over the edges. So I'm using the spatula to just press against the cake and kind of smoothing it as I go a little bit. I'm using the scraper, I think that is what it is called, to kind of clean it up a little bit. It's fine if you don't have one of these, like I think a back of a bread knife could work just the same. But it's great for you to like invest in a small cake baking and decorating set and a few cake tins because you can use it for so many stuff. These were not that expensive and you can have these to use for a lifetime. Even using these, I'm still no pro, but I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna make this cake look like it was done by a professional, so stay tuned. So I am back at the top of the cake and I'm using this spatula to smooth it a little bit, and I'm just moving in one direction and scraping off the excess frosting. The trick is to rest the cake in the freezer for about 10 minutes for the frosting to harden a little bit. Now I'm applying a little bit more frosting around the edges, and I'm gonna put it back into the freezer for about another 10 minutes. Alright, so I just took the cake back out of the freezer, and you can wet the spatula a little bit and smooth out those lines that are in it. I'm going to be using this serrated edge scraper to go around the cake, and again I'm gonna be putting sprinkles around it, so it's gonna cover up any flaw, and that's the next secret. Sprinkles will cover up your flaws and it will look like it was done by a professional. So now I'm cleaning up around the edges of the cake with the spatula, and you can remove any sprinkles that probably got on the top. And I'm going to now smooth off the top with my spatula. Now, when you put it in the freezer and the frosting has become a little bit hard, now you can just wet your spatula with a little bit of water and just continue to smooth it so that it becomes flat, and it's best just going in one direction to avoid any lines on your cake. As I smooth, I just clean off any excess frosting that's on my spatula, and I just wipe it off with a piece of paper towel. So as I'm done smoothing, as you can see, I'm just putting sprinkles on those parts on the edges that does not look so good. So you can again cover it up with some sprinkles. So this one is my top secret. It already comes with the decorating nozzles. You just choose the one that you want to use. So I'm just spraying it around the bottom edge of the cake. And I'm just gonna keep doing that until I complete all of it. If your frosting starts getting soft, all you need to do is put your cake back into the freezer for a few minutes until it hardens back up, and you can continue decorating your cake. So now I'm just using the spatula to sort of press in these sprinkles so that they don't easily fall off. Now I'm ready to start decorating the top of my cake, and I'm just gonna make small circles, keep going around until I close in, and that's the pattern that I'm gonna be putting at the top. I'm going to be using this piping bag with this piping tip that I took from a set that I bought off Amazon. The set is not too expensive. I think it was like less than $17. But guess what? This is something that you can have for a lifetime for when you're decorating your cakes or cupcakes or even cookies. If you do not have one of these piping bags, it's totally fine. You can use grease paper, cut it in a semicircle. You can add the frosting to it, fold it over, snip the tip off, and that would form your piping bag just the same. Let me know if you'd like me to do a video on how to use the grease paper to make a piping bag. Now I'm adding some sprinkles on top of my cake. Then I'm going to insert this cake topper to finish it off. Okay, here you go, the final product. I am more than satisfied with this end product. Let me know what you think in the comment section. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you give this cake? Now, let us say that you don't have any sprinkles. Do you remember the tops that I removed from both the vanilla and the chocolate cake? You could easily grate those and sprinkle it around your cake where my sprinkles are. These are ways to cover up the flaws and make it seem like you just went and bought it from the bakery. Thanks so much for watching, Explorers, and before you go, please do me a favor by clicking the subscribe button, then the notification button, and the thumbs up button. Leave a comment and share with someone you know. Thank you so much for following all those steps and helping us on our journey to 1,000 subscribers. See you in the next video. Bye.